What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to Cantina Talk. So in today's video, we're going to be going over what Sol is doing on Brendok, why he's spying on the Coven, and what he is truly up to. I have uncovered some very interesting things that I think will blow a lot of you away. Quickly, I would just like to ask that you like subscribe. We are growing extremely quickly, and my goal is to hit 4,500 subscribers by July 26th. But without further ado, let's just get right into the video. We all know that the events that took place on that night on Brendok aren't the full account of what really happened. I would also just like to add that I was the first person to uncover Shin Hati's unconscious body in a TV spot for the Ahsoka show when it was releasing at the time, so this is my bread and butter. Once again, in case I am right about any of this, you have been warned. For instance, how did the Jedi know exactly what was happening, and when the right time was to confront Mother Anastasia? Well, I have to say, Sol is the key to all of this, along with Kelneka and the twins. In my last video, I broke down everything that's going to be happening with Kelneka, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and look at the top right of the screen now and watch that video. For this video, however, I'm going to be focusing on Sol. Sol is definitely up to something here, and I think in one of the trailers it might have been given away. We know from the beginning of episode 3 that Sol was spying on the twins in the forest, and now along with this footage that I'm about to show you, we get a better idea of what is going to be taking place.
This is a fight that you will not win. With that peace.
So we can see that there's a person climbing the wall of the compound here. At first I thought maybe this was Indara, but after looking at this closer, it is 100% Sol. I would also just like to thank Tony from Star Wars Sith for pointing this out to me. I think that Sol followed Mother Quarrel and the twins back to the compound and started scaling the wall to get not only a better look inside, but to also find out what was truly going on here. Along with that, we have the scene in episode 3 where it sounds like someone stumbled on something or had dropped something and it had alerted Mother Quarrel and Mother Anastasia. Anastasia had instantly stopped using the Force and tried to hide it. I believe that Sol was watching and had seen her using the Force, and when he tried to slip away to alert the Jedi, he had either bumped into something or had knocked something over, causing him to alert the witches. From there, I think Sol had gotten into contact with the rest of the Jedi, that being Indara, Torben, and Kelneka. I think that Sol would have made his journey back to the ship, and from there, him along with the rest of the Jedi had devised a plan, and this is where we get the line from Indara that states, "This is a fight that you will not win." I don't think this audio matches up fully with their lips here, so this is most likely not the full line we'll get in the episode, but this is how we know that he'll return to Indara and make the Jedi fully aware of the situation. I think that after Sol returns to the ship and they all talk, they will start heading back to the compound, this time on speeders. This is when we see them in the episode confront the witches, and the following morning is when Osha and May get tested. I'm now going to jump to the infamous fire scene. Obviously, there is no way that the candle alone could have done all the destruction to the compound, so we will have to wait to see what truly happened in that episode. As for the fire, I have nothing really for that, but I do have something that will go along with this. How does Sol know exactly where May and Osha are, and calling out to them before he's even coming around the corner? Once again, Sol is definitely up to something, and I think he was spying on them again. I was also under the impression that Osha wouldn't be handed over to the Jedi until a decision was made by the Coven. With that, my question is, why the hell did the Jedi just randomly show up here then? I think Sol was there to spy on the twins again, and he was trying to see if one of them was going to use the Force. We also have this footage from one of the trailers of Sol using 2 hands to try and stop the twins from falling. Interestingly though, in episode 3, Sol only uses 1 hand. I'm assuming that this is from either May or Osha's point of view, but this means that the shot of Sol using 2 hands in episode 7 is from Sol's point of view. Meaning that we are going to get multiple angles and points of views of what really happened that night on Brendok. But with all that being said, there's without a doubt something very shady that is happening here, not only with the witches, but also with Sol. I mean, Mother Quarrel literally almost has Sith eyes, so there's definitely more to the story that we will get with episode 7. But that is all I have for you all. I'm extremely excited for this week's episode, as well as episode 7, so we can find out what really happened on Brendok. I'd love to hear from you all in the comments down below what you think of this. Joe from Jar Jar Jargon and I will be going live Friday evening for Cantina Jargon, so make sure to like and subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss that stream. But without further ado, I will see you all in the next one, and lastly, may the Force be with you all.